Hey guys, it's Monday, July 5th, and I have not done a whole lot of reading at all since I picked my TBR on the 1st. So I need to get into that. I'm going to follow along with my reading sprint playlist and try to do as much reading in all of these books as I can. The only one that I'm not reading in is Twilight because that's for a special video, but I'm going to try to get some reading done in all the other 6. So let's get into it. I am going to start off with Choosing Real. This is the cover that I showed you in the picture, but I love it because it's a little bit shiny and sparkly. So pretty, that's why I bought this book. I have a little bit of a Patreon plan for this, so I won't be sharing what I think of it, but this is the book that I'm starting with. I haven't fully put it together, but some sort of buddy read / small group sort of thing. Check out my Patreon because that's where that should be, hopefully later this month. Just finished reading The Wedding Dress and it was really good. I would say like 4.5 stars. I didn't quite give it 5 stars even though I love this storyline just because it was intriguing and engaging, but kind of a slow story. There were a lot of details that went into making it a good story, and I definitely would recommend. It's kind of like it makes me think of like a Hallmark movie in a book, so if you like that kind of thing, I don't like Hallmark movies, but I liked this book. If you really like that kind of thing, then you'll probably enjoy this book. I appreciated that it kind of connected history and well, let me make sure I'm not sharing anything. Yeah, so like there are 4 women that are connected to this dress, and it's just a really cool story. So I highly recommend this, and I enjoyed it, and it'll be linked in the description box, as are all the books I share with you guys. Hey guys, it is Thursday afternoon, and I've not updated you at all. Today I've just been doing a lot of booktube work, and I uploaded a new video and I really like it. It was my first impressions video where I read the first chapter of all of the books on, well, almost all of the books on my July TBR, and I've gotten to chapter 8. So I started on chapter 2, got to chapter 8, so that's decent, but it was an hour-long sprint that I was following along with, and I'm just having trouble focusing and paying attention. There's so much stuff that I'm thinking about, and I'm wondering if I should read something else right now. That was such a fun video to film, and I love how it turned out. I love the music that I used, and I just have to say, booktube is so fun if you are constantly making videos that are like your new favorite video. Like, I feel like the last few videos that I've posted, I've just liked them more and more than the last one, and I just am really enjoying the whole booktube experience that much more because of it. So just some encouragement for other booktubers: make sure that you are finding some way to make your newest video your favorite, and it just makes it that much better. What I'm loving most about Sense and Sensibility right now is what I love about the other Jane Austen books that I've read. The chapters are like short and to the point pretty much, and I love that. What I'm not liking is my own inability to focus right now, and I'm getting kind of confused as to what's going on because I'm not really paying attention, and that's bad. So I have been reading Sense and Sensibility. Can we talk about how pretty the cover? This is the dust jacket. Of course, there's a sticker on it. This whole time that I've had this for like 5 years, I thought that this was like a drawing, and it's not. It's literally a picture of a really pretty gate, and I want to know where this gate is because it's so pretty. I have my little trouble game with my dice. So for number 1, I'll read Sense and Sensibility. Number 2, Heidi. Number 3, The Brothers Karamazov. 4, Good Morning, Good Life. 5, The Year of Magical Thinking. 6, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which I forgot to include in my TBR video because I am still ongoing reading that. Let's go ahead and roll this dice. It's a 5. Let me see if I can show you. The 5 is The Year of Magical Thinking. Great. Another book that's going to make me cry. Fantastic. Just what we needed. Why did I do this? So I read this week's part of Choosing Real, and what I'm liking best about this is kind of like, there's that quote that says, be the one that finds the gold in people, and I kind of feel like that's me reading this book because the writing style is not my favorite. It's kind of hard for me to follow, and if I put it down for a second, I can't remember where I left off, and so that's kind of disappointing because I love this cover, and I was really, really excited about this book. Like, each of the chapters so far has been about something different, so that's what I'm liking the least, but what I'm liking the most is putting it together for my Patreon video that I'm gonna make. I'm kind of glad that I picked this for my Patreon pick for the month because otherwise I don't think I would be getting through it. And I'm excited to like see how the video comes together. I haven't filmed it yet, obviously I'm not gonna look like this when I do. I think that's what I'm enjoying, is just like thinking about what I'm gonna share in my Patreon video. As I'm creating a group, it's gonna be maxed at 8 people, and that fills up, I'll start a new group, and basically what the groups will start out as is just exactly the same thing, just different people in each group. I just want to keep them small. It'll be $1 a month. It's gonna be the least expensive tier on my Patreon, and basically just going through a devotional every month and sharing what stood out to me. And then if you want to buddy read it with me, feel free, and you can share what stood out to you. I've never done anything like this on my Patreon yet. I wanted to at the start of the year and just haven't really done that, so I'm interested to see how it's gonna go, but hopefully it goes well. I'm gonna post it whether anyone joins or not, so if you're interested in that, just click the link in the description below and join my Patreon tier. It's book and Bible study, or book club and Bible study, something like that. So that's where you can find this month's Choosing Real discussions and whatever future months have to offer. So on that note, I need something to make me happy because the last chapter that I read is all about loss, and it just hit way too much, and I cried pretty much the whole chapter. I don't know what's happened to me that I like cry reading books and watching movies now, because I never was that way before, and I don't really know what's happened to me. So anyway, I'm gonna do something that makes me happy and go find my little treble dice thing that I used for my TBR game, and we're gonna pick a different book to read, okay? The Year of Magical Thinking. Great, another book that's gonna make me cry. Fantastic. Just what we needed.